A very good morning from Liseberg Amusement Park in Gothenburg, Sweden. I'm walking down here for my very first time. I'm here for 3 days. Maybe 3.5 if we come on for a bit on Sunday, but I'm doubtful of that. But short term, we're here for the first time. This park is open from 1 PM until 10 PM. So good hours. Can have a lie-in in the morning. Very short walk from where we're based in the hotel. And yeah, Valkyria is about to drop. I'm about to see that in person for the first time. Let's capture it. There we go. And it's only got one train full. But yeah, so many rides I'm excited for here. Helix, the main one, Rabalder, Valkyria, Lisebergbanan. It's got a log flume which is unfortunately closing at the end of this year now. Classic Arrow log flume, massive stage over there as well. Yeah, let's see where we end up. I don't have a plan. I'm not like strictly doing a particular ride first, but if we see the Helix entrance, we'll be going on to it. But yeah, let's do it. And there's the park mascot as well. I don't know the name. Some rabbit. AtmosFear. Oh, is this where you go into Helix? Wow, I thought this would be at the back of the park. Yeah, the side of Helix is hidden. Don't know if it's meant to be like lit up, but yeah, this park is quite hilly. But to combat that, there's escalators. So up here, there's Helix, and there's the drop tower AtmosFear, which is another ride I'm excited for. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, some brilliant flats here as well by the looks of it. Loke. They've got some, it's not a Go Slower Skyfly, but it's like one of those, like Skyforce, but on a tower. A Sound GP. But yeah, there we go. Let's see if we end up at Helix somehow and get our first roller coaster from Liseberg done. And arguably the most anticipated one. It wouldn't focus then, but I'm not going to stop. Because yeah, we have 3 days to get the footage we would like. We've made it to the top of the escalator. And yeah, there's Max. That seems like it's a very popular fast food chain here in Sweden. It's quite a nice one as well. It appears that this is the entrance to Helix. I did not expect that to be anywhere near the front of the park. Virtual queue here. Yeah, test seat. We'll have a sit in there later. And we enter the Helix queue line for the very first time. No soundtrack, which is quite disappointing. Because yeah, Helix has an amazing soundtrack. I'm sure you've heard it. But yeah, hopefully it's playing in the station. I have heard recently that yeah, it doesn't tend to play as much anymore. They just don't switch on, which yeah, like I say, a bit of a shame because it's an absolute banger and it would build up the anticipation even more. But I'm here for the coaster. And all being well, we're about to get on that right now. Alright then, just up here is the station. There is no soundtrack on, but it's really cool to be in here. And hopefully it's a free-for-all in terms of what seat you can go on. Yeah, fingers crossed. Well, let's get on Helix. Alright then, I have time to go on a bit of a ramble. This ride opened in 2014 and has been a bucket list roller coaster for myself for like pretty much since I became an enthusiast, since falling in love with Icon, and yeah, I'm buzzing to be here. Like I say, shame about the soundtrack. I feel like I'm missing out on the full experience, you know. But yeah, look at this transfer track thing there. Yeah, this ride is known to many as either a bucket list roller coaster or one of the best coasters in Europe. So let's find out. I've tried not to overhype it. But yeah, we're here, we've made it to the back row, happy days, no allocated seating. It's a big thumbs up from me, and the operations are incredible. Like, I swear there was a train a minute since that, like, they had to wait to send because like they had everything done, but obviously they have to wait to send it if it's done, like even if the other train, it looks like it's on 3 trains. But yeah, I don't know. Camera must go away.
Please move forward.
First ever ride on Helix. Let's go. Okie dokie, let's try and film whilst walking around the theme park for the festival. It's called Airtime. Get it told. But yeah, there's also a lift for wheelchairs, accessibility, great. But yeah, let's try and film whilst walking around, lost in a theme park we've never been to before. But we've just done Helix for the very first time on the back row. And yeah, that was amazing. I'm not going to put any bold statements out there yet, because you can tell it's got a lot of warming up to do. You can tell it was a morning ride, but you can also tell that later on, at like 9:30, that is going to be incredible. I can't wait to do that again later. And overall, I'm just buzzing that I've done it finally. This trip itself has been booked 11 months. Should we venture on this way to see what there is? This trip itself has been booked for 11 months. But yeah, the anticipation for Helix goes way beyond that. And yeah, there it is. I've basically done what I've come here for. But yeah, just seen Valkyria over there as well. Lisebergbanan, we got a nice interaction with that actually. I was going under that bit of the layout underneath the lift hill. But yeah, I'm delighted. But yeah, can't wait to get, oh that's warm. Can't wait to do that again later on in the day. But yeah, everything will obviously be a little bit slower on morning rides, but yeah, that is why it's a good thing that this park is open until 10 PM at night. That'll be insane at night. Like I said, the soundtrack's a shame. There are like lights as you dispatch, and I assume, like, who knows, maybe there's going to be some dispatch audio. I'm not sure, but should we get this shot here? No, don't come round this way. I'm done with studying coaster layouts, guys. Just go on in. That's Lisebergbanan. But yeah, oh, there's the S&S screaming swing there. Might do that now actually, as it's walk on. But yeah, couldn't be happier. I've ridden Helix. It was amazing, and it wasn't trash. Shout out Ben, he knows what I'm on about. But yeah, let's do this S&S screaming swing. Hopefully it has a longer cycle than Rush at Fort Park. But yeah, done Helix. It's got potential later on today. I'll leave it at that.
Welcome to Liseberg, and this is a change of videographer today, and we're just waiting on the start of this ride, and they're off.
Solid flat. I think, oh, there's the log flume that is unfortunately being torn out at the end of this year. Like, I'm glad that we're going to get to do it beforehand, but yeah, sad times. But yeah, brilliant flat ride that. Brilliant scream and swing, go quite high, decent length of a cycle. I think the side that we did it on, facing like the entrance to it, is the best side. Because when you're up and facing the ground, you've got Helix's track underneath you, whereas on the other side, when you're up, you have the path underneath you. So yeah, go on that side, because yeah, get a better view from where you are when you're at the top. But yeah, here's Luna, I believe, the new roller coaster at Liseberg. And over there is a flat that's at Drayton Manor in Vikings, so we're going to get to do the Swedish one before the English one, but I don't mind. It's a little family flat ride area of the park, it seems. And here's Aerospin. which looks walk on, so I might try and get on this cycle now actually. Yeah, go slower like Skyfly Tower thing. We missed a cycle, but that proves how good like the operations are here at Liseberg. Like they've sent empty seats, no faff or anything. Like yeah, so good already. What's this, our third ride? Yeah, very impressed with this park so far. But yeah, hopefully I get a few spins on Aerospace. Let's see. Let's see how we get on. Well, I'm knackered. I didn't do a full spin. Apparently I did. I got a special mention. But I think she's getting me mixed up with my mum because my mum got a spin.
No, she said you wasn't.
One spin.
She said you wasn't.
And yeah, she was sat on 24. But yeah, I got a lot of upside down like hang time, but I just couldn't get the full loop.
I got vertical loss for a second.
But yeah, I think we're going to try Luna because I spotted the entrance over here from the top of there. Great views up there, by the way. And yeah, we'll just do this. I think this is a pretty new area, Luna Park. Must have opened with Luna as the area. Like I say, got this flat ride here, which is a clone of the one in Vikings at Drayton Manor. I've become shocking with names, haven't I? But yeah, let's go on Luna. Nice and specific. Queue time. Oh, 18. Is that how many people are in the queue? I hope so. No, it's not going up. The virtual queue. I mean, it shouldn't be, because that's the entrance.
I don't know.
We'll soon find out. As I said yesterday at Grona Lund, we will capture the epic fails of this trip on the camera. Yeah, should become really close to Lisebergbanan here. Well, the virtual queue entrance is here, but the main queue entrance also is here, so that's a bit confusing, I suppose, especially if the queue's long, like down to where you still have to wait a bit, but yeah. Do like this queue line though, looks relatively short. Like I say, only got one train, so I suppose it's a good thing we're getting this done early. We're just doing rides as we're passing them. I'm not rushing to like Rabalder, Valkyria straight away, as much as like they're anticipated, like Lisebergbanan. Like yeah, we're just doing rides as we pass them, if they strike our fancy. Obviously this being the new roller coaster, and another credit of course. It's got to be done. But yeah, Vekoma Family Coaster. I believe Legoland Windsor are getting two of these, a dual in one. So, can't wait for that. Building it behind Duplo Dino Coaster, so yeah, exciting times. Thought I heard Helix, then it was the S&S Screaming Swing. What a Luna station's lovely. It's actually got the soundtrack on as well. No digs. Hopefully the Helix one is on at some point within the next 3 days though. But yeah, lovely station. Solid family coaster that. Good way of utilising like a limited amount of space, because yeah, like it's a boomerang coaster. You obviously don't have to bring it back to the station because it comes back the way it went. So yeah, happy days. We are probably going to head for the area of the park where Valkyria is and Rabalder, but yeah, like I say, we're not in any rush. Well, I don't know where we are in a minute, but we've just come out the Luna exit, so yeah, let's see. Oh, we're back in Luna Park. There we go. We'll do that either now or later, the Drayton Manor flat thing. Back down the escalator it is, to ground level, but the bit of the part that's up the escalator, couldn't recommend it enough. Yeah, can't believe how close to the front of the park Helix is, which resulted in it being the first ride, so yeah, happy days. Who remembers when I did a 2-minute video when Fantasy Island announced Turbulence? It was going to be one of these, and unfortunately it never happened. Got delayed with COVID, and then yeah, like never heard anything of it after that. Also the same ride type as Bling from Pleasure Beach, Mechanica. Are we doing it now? I'm not sure, but yeah, looking forward to finally like giving a ride of that type a go. But Valkyria's here, got a very fast lift hill, and Balder is just at the back, so might head there now, to be honest. Here we go, and Valkyria. This will be my first B&M dive coaster that actually has a layout. Our first modern B&M dive coaster, we'll call it. Very excited for it actually. Layout looks good. Alright then, we've found Valkyria. Let's do it. Very excited for this one. Looks like they have a single rider. No, I don't know. Test seat. Alright then, I completely forgot. No bags are allowed in the Valkyria queue line. I think you have to buy a locker if you've no bags person. Luckily, we have my dad who's not big on rides, or thrill rides anyway. So yeah, liking this soundtrack. Every soundtrack's on apart from Helix. What's going on? Again, shortcut, I'm taking the longer route. As always, honestly. Too busy filming. But yeah, no bags in the queue line. It's either locker or bags person. Yeah, I remember it. Like as soon as he said, I was like he told me in Swedish, and I was like, oh yeah, no bags. I remember the vlog I managed to watch from literally like a month ago, last week. And yeah, no bags in the queue line. The only reason for it, I can imagine it being, the only reason I can imagine it being is because like the rows are so long and it just corner pops. It's like that's a problem on Oblivion, I can't lie. But yeah, I shouldn't say that. I like yeah, it's what it is. Like I said, I think it is more of an operational thing. That's probably one of the main reasons. Yeah, Loki's over there as well. Loki very excited for that one. Right, I think this is segregating the front row queue from the queue for 2 and 3. Google Translate does not give you any results, but yeah, looks like it. And that's Foster Raiden. Like, yeah, and then 2 and 3 on the other side. Got to do front row for the first time. But yeah, do look forward to riding this on both 2 and 3 as well. But yeah, I'll tell you what, like credit where credit's due. That's amazing. Like you can choose whether to go on the front, wait a bit longer, or like literally, yeah, just free for all on the other side. Happy days. Well, I love that. I had me translate on the wrong setting kind of thing. That one does mean first row only, and then I assume that means, yeah, 2 and 3. Happy days, like, that's so cool how you get the choice. Valkyria was a fantastic ride. It's got a great drop, and yeah, great inversions and elements, some good forces as well. We got the ride photo. I was like, I didn't know the ride photo was coming, but I was mid-sentence saying like, wow, I love that 0G roll, or something like that anyway, because yeah, like, I don't know, I just love 0G rolls. For me, it's like the elements that don't get enough appreciation on rides. They're amazing, and yeah, the drop's great. I think it'll be there on the back though. And yeah, a lot of mist at the bottom of the drop, and yeah, like the inversions, the turns, everything, just amazing. So yeah, once again, like great operations. Another thing, obviously bags aren't allowed into the queue, so you don't like need to take your like bags across the rows and stuff. But I was expecting to go on like with all of our phones like in my zip pockets. You don't even have to do that. You just yeah, they come round with a little tray for you to put your phones in or anything which you've got. And then yeah, you sorted after that, so I could have took my camera in, but yeah, probably would have been risky, but yeah, I could have took my camera in the station there. But yeah, fantastic operations. Like I say, fantastic that they have the option of dumping your loose articles there for those that don't have pockets. I was fully prepared to go on with these zip pockets, but yeah, didn't have to do that, so happy days. Another thing with Valkyria, the vest restraints. They've got vest restraints similar to the Swarm and Mandrill Mayhem back at home. Like the Wing Riders, the modern dive coasters have those restraints. Wasn't sure what to expect on whether that had ruined like the dive coaster aspect of it. It didn't. Yeah, had a bit of room as well. another thing with these, the shoulder straps didn't lock, so you could actually, like, you know, you're not suffocated by the time you're on the brake run like you are in the Swarm, if you know what I mean. Like the Swarm, I literally ride it like this on both sides, like, so I can't have them shoulder things so tight by the end of the ride. But yeah, that is not a problem on Valkyria, so yeah, hopefully that's a thing for the future. It's a relatively new ride, 2018 I believe, Valkyria, if I remember rightly. And yeah, they don't lock, so you don't have to spend the ride pushing them up like this, because yeah, there's just no discomfort about it. But yeah, I think we're going to head on to Valkyria next. So I'll see you over there. That can't be right. Time to ride some prefabricated Intermint wood on Valkyria. Happy days, really looking forward to this one. Looks like a great woody. Yeah, we're doing back row first time. It is a free for all. The front looked kind of busy, so yeah, like walked straight on to the back pretty much as everyone went down to the front. So yeah, hoping for a front row later. However, I will not say no to this back row ride. When we first go on Valkyria. Hello. Hello. Valkyria is a coaster with a lot of pops of airtime. Absolutely love it. I did think it'd take some of its turns a bit quicker. Maybe it's another one of them that'll warm up throughout the day. And I also think it's going to be a front row ride, to be honest. As yeah, you just get pushed over. Whereas yeah, it's not like you lightly got pulled over each drop there. Whereas yeah, I do think on the front you'll proper get smacked into them. So later on, like, I will wait for it. But yeah, I wasn't gonna like skip the back row when it was that quiet in comparison to the front row queue there. Like I say, free for all, fantastic operations again. Like every seat, airtime, every train was dispatched before the other like train made it round. So no stocking whatsoever. They actually had, it's a pretty long train, Valkyria. They had 4 people, 2 each side, checking the restraints. And yeah, like I say, 2 people for the front half and then 2 people for the back half, instead of just like 1 on each side going from front to back and then going back across the station for the dispatch button. So insane operations, and yeah, fantastic coaster. So glad I've done it. Doesn't quite beat Grand National for me, controversial. But yeah, can't wait to give it another try later on and experiment on different seats and different trains. We were on the blue one then. So we've basically ticked off all the thrill roller coasters here now. Got a few flats to do, we'll be doing them later. So yeah, doing Valkyria again. Well, we're already doing re-rides. Just had a second go on Valkyria. As you may have saw, yeah, did second row that time, proper walk on. Like crazy. There was literally like, I don't know, like 1 train's worth of people in the front row. We just walked straight onto the second row like air gate. Insane, like, oh, it's on 3 trains as well. Walk on, yeah. Couldn't be happier. Obviously it's better on the front, yet to do it on the back. But oh, what a fun little roller coaster. It's not little. What a fun roller coaster Valkyria is. A fun big roller coaster. Just done Valkyria on the front row. And yeah, I think the airtime is more sustained when you do it on the front row, when you get pushed over the drops. But yeah, for me it's still no Grand National. But yeah, brilliant woody. A lot of nice, like, small pops of airtime. And yeah, I love that in a coaster, like just random. It's a well designed ride, like you'll be doing a turn, you'll do some speed, do a random dip, then yeah, up into that airtime hill, and then another turn. Yeah, brilliant ride. Time to do the Pepsi Max Loke. I won't forgive myself saying I won't go the long way around. This one doesn't catch you out because it is just straightforward. But yeah, excited for this one. Inswing gyro swing. I think this opened in 2017, a year before Valkyria. So yeah, relatively new ride. I remember it being freshly opened. And yeah, I'm just really excited to give it a go. The Helix lighting in the queue line. Happy days. And yeah, we're going to do the Bling Turbulence clone. Oh, what's the name? But yeah, and then we're going to head back towards the entrance, have some dinner in Max's I think, and maybe a ride on Helix before and after that. Loke was cool, yeah, go quite high. Yeah, probably the biggest gyro swing I've done, probably the best. The dispatches on Valkyria are insane, like, wow. Anyways, yeah, the lighting's a bit horrible with these clouds, but yeah, I'm trying my best to get some Instagram worthy and B-roll worthy shots. This will be one of them. Take your time, love. There we go. Happy days. Much like Gröna Lund, must be a thing for Swedish theme parks. It's beautiful here at Liseberg. Lots of greenery. I think Danielle wants to go underneath this fountain. You can step over that. But yeah, we're trying to find this big wheel. Yeah, I don't know where it is to be honest. I've just missed a shot of Helix by coming through here. But yeah. There we go, oh my goodness. How many more steps? We've found the Ferris wheel. Right in the corner of the park, not easy at all. But yeah, it's either a lot of steps or you could go up the escalators. We decided to go via the escalators. Yeah, then you go around AtmosFear's entrance, which we haven't done yet. Then Helix's entrance as well. Then yeah, like go around the Helix entrance and you'll be outside. Then it's here, but yeah, like probably the first time I've struggled to find the ride today. Seeing one of the kiddie credits on the way here as well. So yeah, we'll give that a go later on, but let's get some good views of the park. We are now on said wheel.
Yeah, that's cool.
Got air conditioning. Never seen a wheel with air conditioning before. Yeah, how luxurious. One to come on in the heat wave. Helix coming into its final brake run now. And yeah, hopefully we get some decent shots through this window when we're up there. Oh, look at that. AtmosFear going up, Helix going round. There we have it. What a coaster. Alright then, that was a fun wheel. Got some good photos and videos. We'll be doing that plenty times throughout the trip. Yeah, it's a pain to get to for the first time. It's like really confusing. But yeah, now we know where we're going. We have a fancier sit down. Yeah, we got the wheel, but yeah, a few hours after our first ever ride, it's time to go back onto Helix, and it looks walk on. Oh my god, is that? I think that's where you're going to the station. I hope so. But yeah, no soundtrack still. Yeah, it's a shame. Like, it just feels dead, and is like the speakers there not working. But yeah, you can tell like there's meant to be a soundtrack around here, speaker, and yeah, it's quite annoying, especially for a first time we would like to experience the soundtrack being on in the station and queue line, because yeah, it's an absolute banger if you haven't heard it. So yeah, let's enjoy the coaster though. We'll try and get on the front, we'll see. Like, we have 3 days, and hopefully it's warmed up as well. Alright then, a quick one. We're about to do Helix on the front row. Cannot wait. Because yeah, like, I don't know. Olive icon on the front. And yeah, front row is where you see the POVs, so it's kind of like watching POVs, but in person. Some photos from the park's history up on the sides of these escalators, which are nice. But yeah, we did the front row Helix, and yeah, I can't tell what the best seat is. Who knows, it could be mid-train. I'm doubtful, but yeah, you take some of the elements like a lot better on the front, some of the inversions, and that massive airtime hill where you just see the like Gothenburg city skyline in front of you. That's incredible. So yeah, hopefully many more rides on Helix throughout the next 3 days on all different rows. Try and get every row done, why not, eh? But yeah, oh, it's a lot of fun. And yeah, it's warming up. And yeah, we just gotta keep riding it and enjoying it. But yeah, I'm so glad I've like finally done it twice now as well. AtmosFear is one of the best drop towers I've been on. It has an option to ride it with virtual reality, which we took up for the first time. We'll probably not do it again because yeah, like just want to appreciate the views, but you know, gotta be done on it at least once out of all the times. You know, we're gonna do it when we're for 3 days. Yeah, like, and the VR is good. Like, I'm not saying it wasn't good. Like, maybe we will do it again at some point. But yeah, like I say, I'd rather appreciate the views that you'll get up there, which are probably pretty sick from up there. One positive of VR though is right, how walk-on is this? Because I can't ramble if it's walk-on. What you may ask? You'll find out. If you know Liseberg, you'll know. Yeah, it is walk-on. Right, basically, a positive of VR is basically it did not feel like we stopped at the top, like at all. So it probably made the drop more surprising than it would be without VR. This is a really nice station, by the way, because like you're going up on the VR screen as you're going up on the drop tower. When the drop tower stops, it still feels like you're moving and going up because the screen's going up. Oh, what operations! It's insane. It doesn't look it. No, it looks good.
You have to praise your operations from that.
Yeah, that was incredible. Yeah, where's the other train you are? But yeah, yeah, the drop was more surprising, and the drop was very good as well. So yeah, we'll do it without VR at some point to compare it, get the views from up there. But wow, AtmosFear is very good. If you haven't gathered already, we are about to get on another cred. Lisebergbanan, another one that I've been looking forward to. Surprised we've left it this late in the day, to be honest, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Back row, and we'll be on in about 30 seconds, so due to these amazing operations, so I will put yous away. See you after the ride. Lisebergbanan, classic Schwarzkopf. I hope I'm pronouncing that right as well. But yeah, lovely station, beautiful. Some lovely roller coaster oh, what a dispatch! Some lovely stations in Sweden. What a lovely country. But yeah, welcome rides everybody. I'm blown away by how good the operations are on this ride. And yeah, we've just done it. We're about to do it a second time. Because, why not? We enjoyed it. Back row, classic. Shame those types of rides aren't around anymore, or not as much. Lovely mirror in the queue line. And yeah, the dispatches are insane. The station's nice. It's a good like family thrill coaster for all ages to enjoy. And yeah, some good pops of airtime in there. Yeah, can't complain, man. We're on this ride and you have pedal. Oh my god, this angle isn't fluttering. Do you go faster if you pedal? Yeah, but the... Which one? Oh yeah. Dora's World Voyage.
I haven't even done that this season.
I know.
Yeah, that's...
It opened late and we just haven't got round to do it. You do go faster if you pedal. So we shouldn't pedal, so we're on the ride for longer. She didn't hear that. Yeah.
His energy going.
Fun times though. But yeah, the pedals are so close, like you can tell it's... what?
It was yours.
I know.
I didn't know it was good pedaling.
You don't have to pedal. You don't have to pedal. We'll be on the ride long.
What's that doing with this?
Hey, another kiddie cred. Yeah, we just need the 2 kiddie creds now and then like we're done, credit wise. That's the final one we've seen. We just need to get this one and that one.
I'm pedaling high. My feet don't touch the ground.
Oh, what
Oh,
is?
I want one that.
I know, yeah, there was an adult in there then.
Oh, there's not them pedal things there. There we go, one moment we can actually pedal on.
I know. Oh, God. That's a fun ride. Oh, look at that view. Wow. I've not got enough photos of Helix yet.
Daniel, touch your head.
Oh, there we go. This is the family area of the park. Yeah, like a lot of smaller rides around there. 2 junior roller coasters, and I think the dark ride is in this area somewhere as well. Oh, we got a themed Indang. Wait, does Indang mean entrance, or is that like the name of the ride? Oh my god. Because like I swear exit is like Undang. But yeah. Oh come on. I think you're scared he won't fit like in the ride, but you know, tall man, my dad. But yeah, kiddie cred time. Potentially called Indang. Like, I'm glad we don't have to queue around there, but it looks nice when it's empty, like just circles. Different style of cattle pen. Tree in the centre. There we go.
You spin me right round,
We're on Högspännigen. What that sign says. Yeah, been on something like this at Polton's before. And yeah, some cool views of Helix and Valkyria.
No, it just goes that way.
Yeah. What does the spinning? Oh, we're on this ride and it has a banging soundtrack that's just ended as I start filming. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, it starts again. Yeah, happy days. This is like Dora's World Voyage at Pleasure Beach, a Peppa Pig ride at Polton's. Yeah, fun times. Time for our final credit of the trip. I don't know what it's called, but it's probably the smallest coaster here. But yeah, like, oh, these rides are fun. Like, you get a pop of airtime if you're lucky there after this Helix. Let's see, go around. And then we've just spotted the dark ride as well, which we'll probably do next. Let's go, airtime. There we go. Fun ride this, even though it's a kiddie one. All available credits from this trip to Sweden. Tick. And we found the dark ride, as I mentioned, Underlandet. I remember this thing being announced in like 2018-19 at the peak of my like Liseberg being on the bucket list kind of thing. I was like, oh yes, and it's walk on, so... That was one of the best dark rides I've ever done. That was, yeah, a proper hidden gem, tucked away in the far corner of the children's area at Liseberg. You've got to check it out. So much to see. There's no narration, so there's no language barrier or anything, and you can tell what's going on. You can tell the story. And yeah, like, there's some funny bits, there's some cool bits. Rabbits everywhere, like the Liseberg rabbit is heavily featured in this ride. I had a photo of him earlier, so that's cool, park's mascot. And yeah, I'll definitely be doing that again. And it had a bit of a pre-show as well, not pre-show, but it had a lift. Like, yeah, it's not like you just get straight onto the tracked ride. Yeah, like you had to get a lift up to the actual onload. Amazing, really good ride. We're at Helix, which actually has a bit of a queue for once. It's nothing bad, but you know, probably about a 15 minute, 20 minute, I don't know. And yeah, it's quite sad that there's no soundtrack on, honestly. Because yeah, we'd be jamming out to that right now as first timers. But yeah, let's go on the ride. One for the geeks. This part of the queue line is under the station. This thing moves, and I assume it has some connection to the trains, the restraints, the kicker wheels. I have no idea. But I'm gonna have to capture them moving at some point this trip. Like, I don't know, that's a cool little geeky thing whilst you're waiting. You know, you can't listen to the soundtrack, so you see these things move. Yeah, some of you don't see that often. I think it's the air gates. because the train's there. Yeah, it's the air gates. That's really cool. Because underneath the station, in every single roller coaster that has air gates probably has these, but you can't always see them. Let's go on the ride anyway. Let's actually stand by the air gates and get on the train. It's 9:10. The sun is starting to go down at Liseberg, and the lights are coming on. And yeah, it's looking beautiful. It's mad that we're in our last hour. It's gone so quick today. And yeah, like throughout so many like parts of today, it's felt a lot earlier in the day, purely because yeah, we're not used to parks only opening at 1 in the UK. But yeah, I think that's the main park gift shop, which we'll have a look at some point. Maybe in another day we'll probably do like a day 2 vlog. We'll have one day off camera, but because like yeah, there's only so much you can film. But yeah, we'll probably do some form of video either today or on Friday. Look at how they've got the rabbit toys in the wheel there. That's cool. But yeah, we're heading to the log flume now. Classic Arrow log flume. Gotta get it done at some point today. And then yeah, like depending on how quiet that log flume is, like say we don't know. Yeah, then we'll have a few sunset / night ride. Yeah, what a wonderful atmosphere this park has. And it's another one of them, like the paths are full, busy, but the queues hardly are any. And yeah, obviously the operations help with that, but I don't know, like sometimes, like on Lisebergbanan earlier, they were struggling to fill trains. But yeah, it's a weird one. But yeah, let's see how this log flume is. Classic Arrow flume with a dual loading like station thing. Such a shame that this is not going to be here anymore this time next year. Sad times, but yeah, so grateful to have the opportunity to experience it beforehand. And yeah, this could be a soaker. What a shame it is that they're getting rid of that. Because yeah, what a flume. It's popular as well. But yeah, log flumes are obviously a dying breed of an amusement park ride. Which yeah, it's quite sad. Rabalder is lit up rather nicely. Everything is, to be fair. Mechanica was, which we still haven't done yet, which we're probably going to have to wait till tomorrow now for Mechanica, so stay tuned for that, for our thoughts. But yeah, not too wet. Danielle on the front got a bit of a wave.
Yeah, that was rock. I think it was like the first one. Like
yeah, the first one.
The double dog was fine. Like the last shot was
yeah,
fine.
Got me thinking though, looking around as we were going around, like surely if they're removing the flume, they have plans for a new coaster on site. So yeah, what could it be? It interacts with Lisebergbanan a lot, so I don't know, like they have to take into account like the lack of space they have. I don't know, like they'll manage. I'll say that I could imagine a single rail there. That'd be cool. RMC single rail, get it done. But yeah, so it's definitely something to keep an eye on. All right then, it's time to do Mechanica. I know I just said we might have to wait till tomorrow, but plans have changed, and we are now going to experience it today. And yeah, I'm glad to get it in this day 1 vlog. It's lit up beautifully, to be fair. I love the entrance, and this queue line's not looking too bad either. Hopefully it's walk on and we can end on one of the roller coasters. The choice of what roller coaster to end on is difficult, but like I say, as long as it's one of them, that'd be a great way to end the night. But yeah, where does this queue line end? It's literally walk on. But yeah, looking forward to this. Like I say, this is what should have been coming to Fantasy Island. Nice chain there, chain lift hill. And yeah, used to be at Pleasure Beach as well, a ride of this type. And it was known as Bling. So yeah, excited to finally have a go on something that has been in the UK before but we haven't experienced. Alright then, this could be our last ride. Oh my days, it's literally walk on. We're doing front row outcome. This could be our last ride of our first ever trip to Liseberg. And yeah, we've noticed that Valkyria is absolutely flying. Like, it looks like it's on overspeed, honestly. So yeah, great way to end. And if we have time for something else afterwards, we'll do Balder. And that is how you end the day, with 2 rides on Valkyria. They let us stay on basically. We were the last train of the day, oh my god. How could I forget the Enthusiast Flex there? Yeah, last train of the day. Whoa. I didn't even realise that until we walked off. Right, well, I've come out a different exit to everyone else in the group, but yeah, 2 rides, last train of the day on Valkyria, front row. They basically said in Swedish, like in a pretty upbeat voice. I assume it was basically like, if you want to stay on, yes, stay seated. And like, I kind of gathered, and then like there was a guy sat next to us who stayed in his seat, so I was like, sit down everybody, because like my mum and Danielle started to get up. I was like, sit down, let's go again. So yeah, cool experience. Like, big up the Ops for doing that. Well yeah, I assume they're going to take them trains off now. I don't know where they've gone. we came at a different exit. Shop. Because I got lost. But yeah, wow, it's flying as well. But yeah, tomorrow we'll get the other major coasters done in the night time, Helix and Balder. But yeah, today we've obviously been doing things for the first time, overdoing rides that we did in the daytime at night also. But yeah, I think that brings us to the end of our first ever visit to Liseberg. I could not be happier to now say that I've visited this park. It's up there as one of my favourites that I've been to. It is one of the best. Yeah, it's got a good atmosphere, the rides are great, the staff are great, the operations are incredible. Yeah, it's lit up so nice at night. It's well themed, much like Groenland yesterday. It's an amusement park that's well themed. Like, didn't expect that. It's exceeded every expectation that I could have had of the place, really. And I wasn't really sure what to expect. I knew it was a good park, everyone raves about it. But yeah, I don't like to proper like research parks in terms of like, I don't like to study them before I visit for the first time nowadays. I'd rather just do the odd bit of research, like I knew it was here, watched a couple of videos, and then leave the rest of it to surprise. That dark ride is a hidden gem. And yeah, they've got 3, I think, well, yeah, 3 major thrill coasters. Like, I wouldn't really include Lisebergbanan as a major thrill ride. It's probably just underneath it, but Helix, Balder, Valkyria, 3 incredible roller coasters as part of the lineup here. Didn't quick mention to Max. Seems to be a very popular fast food chain here in Sweden, as I said earlier in the vlog. It's really nice. I can see why. Get one in the UK. But yeah. Oh yeah, take your time. We're just taking our time off. I know. I don't know what else to say. This park's probably one of the first parks that I actually added to the bucket list as an enthusiast. So yeah, like parks like this and Portaventura, which we went to in 2019. Can't remember which one came first, obviously. But yeah, like, I don't know, can you relate? Like, you go through phases, don't you, of really wanting to visit a particular park when you first discover it. Yeah, I went through that phase with Liseberg, and yeah, the 13-year-old, my 13-year-old self would be buzzing right now. But yeah, it's lit up so nice as well. Yeah. Slowly making our way off. We might stop by at the gift shop if it's still open, which I might put a few B-roll clips in or something over me rambling on right now. Sorry to interrupt the outro. We have come into the gift shop, and yeah, this will not be the only 100th anniversary we'll be celebrating within the next 7 days, but Liseberg is turning 100 well, it has turned 100 this year. Yeah, might do. And yeah, there's some 100th anniversary merch here, snow globes, which I think my mum is going to purchase. We're going to have a walk around the gift shop whilst speaking and taking you through the merchandise. There's not loads at all, to be honest. Thought there'd be more merch, but there is a few bits of cool stuff, so yeah. I'll take you through here, then I'll take you back to the outro. Here's a closer look at that thing I showed you from a distance earlier. We got a working Ferris wheel with the Liseberg bunny teddies on, which are for sale. Honestly, this park, I love it so much. Decent fridge magnets here, quite nice. We'll probably end up getting at least one of these because my mum does like her fridge magnets. Lisebergbanan there. The FlumeRide RIP soon. Yeah. And then 100th anniversary ones there. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, the merch they've got is really good. I like it. So in terms of clothing, we did actually make a purchase from the Helix shop earlier. Got a t-shirt and a hoodie each, me and Danielle. So yeah, love them. They used to have a somewhat different design, but yeah, can't complain at the new one. It's nice. There is the Valkyria t-shirt as well. There is a changing area just off shot as well, which I'm not going to pan the camera onto because that'd be a bit weird, but that's good. Like, so you can try merch on. Something else like UK parks could do with, to be honest. Instead of just guessing. They got caps as well for all three of the major coasters. Valkyria has 2. I like them. If I wore caps, I'd probably cop one of them. And yeah, these drinks bottles as well. A Valkyria mug there. The mug is 50% off, is it? I don't know. It's nice. It's you know, simple design. Rabalder has a t-shirt in here that I must have missed in the Valkyria shop where they were selling some like bits of Balder stuff, Valkyria stuff, Loki stuff. Yeah, no hoodie for it though. Wonder if they are bringing out a hoodie of the same design. But yeah, the rides are great, the stuff's great, the operation's great. One of my favourite parks. We have 2 more days here. And yeah, can't wait to experience it again tomorrow. But yeah, until tomorrow. So we'll do some form of video either tomorrow or on Saturday. But yeah, until then, thank you very much for watching. Check out the screen to see more, and I'll see you later in the week at some point from right here at Liseberg Amusement Park. What an amazing place, couldn't recommend it enough.